Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here again at Dogecoin, seeing what's going on. I'm just going to open up with some back-end data and then work our way through the charts, see kind of what's going on. Also like to give some congrats to community members here. We've had a pretty awesome last 24 hours. I keep saying that every day because literally every day is awesome, but that's just the way it goes when you're taking longs and not trying to short the market that's in an uptrend. Okay, just kind of by default, a bad idea to short right now. Okay, so let's talk about shorts versus longs. We got tons and tons of longs here at about 9.3. I'm rounding up a little bit, but yeah, 9.2 to 9.3 is a pretty strong concentration of longs. We've got some late shorts here getting somewhat wrecked, and some earlier shorts that are still in good shape. So shorts at that 10 cent or higher, or basically 10.5 or higher, are probably in good shape here, but we're going to talk about why that may not be the case. But generally speaking here, when you see a large amount of concentration of liquidation, it's typically a target for the whales. They want to kind of push the price to that level and effectively just wipe out every single potential long or short in that range. That way they can have free range to do what they want. It's not that they're trying to be terrorizing, the longs or shorts. They're just really looking to have some range of motion. It's easy for the market to move in that direction once you get to that point. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. Big picture though too, this is extremely important to recognize. If you are struggling with KYC, in other words, we have a lot of exchanges right now requiring VPNs. BingX, one of our affiliates, is one of those. We are affiliated now with Bitunix as well. And this offers a nice, healthy deposit reward bonus if you use my link to register. No VPN, no KYC. They actually have trailing stop losses and some pretty awesome features there. That's all available in our Discord here too. So if you want to kind of jump on over there, I've got an instructional video. We're going to keep having some nice little chains here of just information on how to use the exchange correctly. Taking a quick look here at our premium group, just to quickly note, we do have some massive profits here from Atom, 74%. We got 51% from XRP, AVAX 21%, Matic 59, Solana 100. A second Matic trade we took last night in 12 hours got 20%, Cardano 64, Solana 30, Solana 154, OGN 52, etc. So man, my community members are getting paid significantly. So again, yeah, this is like significant benefit. Super happy it's working well for you guys. Again, it's just within the last 24 hours. So I don't have enough time in the day to go through all the profits in the last couple of weeks, but it's pretty monstrous. And Dogecoin is some of that. I think we took 80% on our fourth target for Dogecoin when we wicked up here to 10 cents. And I think we still have one more target left remaining. So let's talk about the big picture. Really not that much different. If you've seen my videos daily, yesterday, same scenario. Everything's looking pretty bullish. We can see our stochastic RSI is swinging up once more. Keep in mind the second potential divergence, we could see the price pull back. But again, we are compressed there right at that 100 mark, and it can't go any further, honestly. That's the max. So just know we're kind of maxed out on stochastic. And same thing with the money flow index, still pretty high, but it's coming down a little bit, but RSI is going up. Typically when RSI goes up and money flow goes down, that can be somewhat of a bearish type of scenario. And that's mostly reading that because we have this significant bearish candle there. That gravestone doji candle that resulted in 2 green days afterwards, which is kind of unusual, but really cool to see. So anyways, we can summarize here that the daily is pretty good. Is there any liquidity here or fair value? Nothing really in the close proximity. So taking a look at the 4-hour, let's go ahead and see if it's a similar scenario here as well and work our way down. So to quickly note, liquidity, massive amounts of liquidity there, of course. Half that's been filled, but once more we can kind of see the rest of the liquidity there here available in liquidation. Fair value gap, there's a fair value gap down below, between 9.05 and 9.3. Also reflected here, where we can see 9.05 to 9.3. That's all these guys here. So again, pretty accurate to be able to see those things there available. We can see the price action continuing higher here as well. We could even draw a shorter term trend line to this level and kind of just pay attention to that and see roughly what that looks like as we progress here. So again, all in all, looking pretty solid. 4-hour time frame looks great here so far. We are still diverging in the MACD. We're starting to lose that momentum, which is fantastic. That does effectively help us understand we could be shifting momentum soon, which is basically just continuing upwards. That's not really a shift in momentum, it's just a continuation. RSI, stochastic is swinging upwards. This is a very positive sign here, especially hitting that low point. So obviously, in hindsight, it's 2020, of course, but buying the dip right here when stochastic starts to swing up, especially the second time, is an extremely important thing to factor in. Okay? It's kind of similar to a MACD convergence, only for RSI. So in some cases, it's better because it gives you more entries or more exits, if you will. But right now, all green lights leave long position open. We can see the price action bounce soundly off 50 on the RSI, and money flows back on the increase. All good things there. Last thing we want to look at here would be the hourly. This is extremely important to recognize too, is just basically where we're at on the cloud. This gets a little funky here, of course, because we had that little reset button where the price pulls back. But the truth be told here, we are free and clear on the price action with the lagging span. And the price action being above the cloud is a positive contributing factor, as well as this guy here. So this really tells us a lot about the fact that we could very well see this price action continue higher. My anticipation is that we will see a retest of this upper liquidity level at roughly about 10.6 roughly, as a potential reality. Okay, because again, we're confirming above the cloud. We've got about 5 or 6 hours above the cloud. Everything here looks good. Only thing I'm a little concerned with is that we're kind of traveling into another cloud here. So I would like to see a closure today about like we can round up and say a closure today about 10 cents even or higher would be perfect. That's ultimately what I'd be looking for to take a long position with this coin. But everything else looks great, honestly. There's no real reason to expect the price to drop. You do got to recognize that money flowing out of the coin can be something we want to look for, but we don't see that as of yet. There's still lots of volume here. Even though we are kind of lower on the moving average, we had a large spike that kind of shifted that upwards. Let's quickly, one last thing to quickly note is just some support based on volume. We can see a tremendous amount of support here at about 9.7. Actually, that's not quite as strong as I thought it would be. If you zoom in, of course, you can see 9.7 is a strong support. But again, I try not to utilize volume specifically as support levels. It just kind of gives you an idea of what the average true range is. And right now, in the last month's worth of trading, we can see 7.8 is its average true range. But if we zoom in and kind of look a little closer here in the last, this is basically last 7 days, last week of trading. Once again, 9.7 is that approximate. So within the last 7 days, we've seen an average true range of about 9.7. We're at 9.8 right now above the cloud. All good signs here. So ultimately, Dogecoin has much more potential to increase than decrease at this given time. Just keep in mind we have this short-term trend line we want to pay attention to. As long as we remain above that, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. And we'll see what happens next. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you learned something here today. Comment below if you did. If you didn't learn anything, at least give us a thumbs up to help the algorithm, help some people discover the channel a little bit better. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.